you, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon, Mr. Chair and members of the committee. Today I'm here to present SB 245, which modernizes the California Food Assistance Program, expanding access to state-funded nutrition benefits and ensuring that California is a food-for-all state. At the outset, I would like to mention that I will be accepting the committee amendments, which would delay the implementation to October 2027 for the nutrition benefits. Over 8.8 million Californians, including approximately 4.7 million adults and 2 million children, struggle with food insecurity. This translates to about 23% of households, with the rate rising to 28% for households with children. California's social safety net protects families during times of economic hardship, but undocumented Californians are unjustly excluded from many safety net programs due solely to immigration status. California poverty measure data shows a disproportionate prevalence of poverty among undocumented Californians and severe economic disparities in the state. 41% of undocumented children and young adults ages 0 to 26 in California are living in poverty. Throughout their life, undocumented children and young adults will navigate systems that exclude them while experiencing systemic discrimination. Compared to the statewide average for all Californians aged 0 to 26, they are twice as likely to experience poverty. Not having enough healthy food can have serious implications for a child's physical and mental health, academic achievement, and future economic prosperity. This crisis has put a fresh spotlight on the everyday contributions that essential workers, many of them immigrants, make to our economy and our society. In order to effectively address increasing food insecurity, reduce poverty and homelessness, and support an equitable recovery from the impact of COVID-19, it is critical that California eliminate anti-immigrant exclusions with CFAP and bring equity to our state's food safety net. California has a long-standing history of enacting inclusive policies and has the power to end the exclusion of immigrants from our food assistance programs. Until all California residents can access food benefits, if and when they need it, our institutions will not fully reflect the state's values of equity and inclusion. Expanding access to food benefits, SB 245 aims to alleviate the disproportionate poverty and food insecurity experienced by undocumented Californians. Support for SB 245 is essential to ensuring that no Californian goes hungry due to their immigration status. Here to testify in support, I have Esther Chao with the California Policy Immigrant Center, and Bertha, a resident of AD 63.
All right, thank you very much. 2 minutes each, please.
Hi, good afternoon, Chair and members. My name is Benyamin Chao, and I'm the Health and Public Benefits Policy Manager at the California Immigrant Policy Center. CIPC is a statewide immigrant rights organization that advances policies that uphold the humanity of immigrant communities in our state. We urge this committee to vote yes on SB 245, which would remove the exclusion of income-eligible Californians from food benefits due to their immigration status or their age. As the Senator mentioned, CalFresh food benefits help families escape the cycle of poverty, yet hundreds of thousands of our neighbors are excluded. According to the data shared from the Public Policy Institute of California, 64% of undocumented Californians are living in or near poverty, compared to 35% on average statewide. We can see that this exclusion impacts all of us, including children and mixed status families. And when children live in poverty, they are more likely to develop emotional disorders and cognitive deficits, experience higher risk of illness, and face challenges with school and economic mobility even into adulthood. Nearly half of undocumented Californians are affected by food insecurity, and for children, this rate is much higher. 2 in 3 undocumented children are currently facing food insecurity. We, right now, can reverse these inequalities.
30 seconds.
A healthier and more resilient California. And we can do that by making Food for All a reality. We believe that hunger is hunger, no matter where you were born, and we need to address it now. No exceptions, no exclusions, no delays. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, your next witness, please.
Okay. Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Esther, vivo en la ciudad de Lake Elsinore. Vengo de la organización de TODEC y quiero compartir un poquito mi historia rápido. Mi esposo y yo llegamos a este país hace 39 años y hemos luchado mucho. Hemos trabajado hasta 2 trabajos para poder seguir adelante, sobre todo lo principal para nosotros es pagar renta, pagar biles, y si quedó para comer, pues comemos como debe de ser, y si no, pues luchamos por eso. Hemos ido a organizaciones donde dan comida, pero no es cada semana, es una vez por mes. Y cuando hemos ido a iglesias a pedir comida, tenemos que trabajar y no podemos poder ir a tener esa oportunidad de recibir comida. Hemos trabajado aquí, mi esposo y yo, por hasta 2 trabajos para seguir adelante. Hemos trabajado duro en mi esposo de jornalero y yo en maquiladoras, trabajando de 7 a 7, 12 horas diarias sin descanso, sin nada, sin que nos paguen el mínimo y sufriendo todavía para tratar de tener comida, como debe de ser. Mis hijos y ya están grandes ahorita, pero mi esposo y yo seguimos luchando. Yo soy sobreviviente de cáncer y necesitaba alimentos que debería de tener y no lo tenía. Pero con fe y todos seguimos adelante y se nos ha hecho muy difícil. Y quisiera ver si podía ser la oportunidad de poder obtener algo para tener comida segura, sobre todo para tener comida segura, porque renta y todo está demasiado caro y se nos ha hecho muy difícil. Gracias.
So I'll be translating for her. Hi, my name is Crystal. I'm with TODEC, and this is Esther's testimony. Good afternoon. My name is Esther. I live in Lake Elsinore, California. I am a member of TODEC. My husband and I migrated to California with our newborn daughter 30 years ago in search for well-being for our children and family. Our family has been through many hardships and have experienced fear, discrimination, and have been racially beaten, attacked because of our origin and status. We have suffered from hunger, but our faith in God keeps us strong. Since we arrived to the United States, we began to work, and we have not stopped working since in order to survive. For us as parents, what is most important is keeping our kids and families housed and fed. We have worked in all types of jobs, having more than 2 jobs at a time, from harvesting and prepping food, maintenance, selling at swap meets, and working in sweatshops, where I worked from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and we were not allowed to leave before those hours, and we would get paid under the minimum wage. And even by working multiple jobs, it was not enough to survive and maintain our family. What we always secure first is to make enough money to pay the rent, so our family will not end up in the streets without shelter. The second is food. We save the most we can every week for groceries for our kids. Even if my husband and I don't get to eat at times, my husband and my only meal is coffee for the entire day. Coffee fills up our stomachs and gives us the energy that we need to work for the long hours that we do work. For our family, food is a luxury. We always ask ourselves, how can workers like ourselves that harvest and prepare the food for all, we don't make enough money to feed our own families? Food is sacred. For such reason, I share my family's reality and story, because my family's struggle is the same struggle of many families that work and contribute with our work and taxes to California's economy. I am a cancer patient since 2008, but even with my medical condition, I don't have the luxury to take care of myself with healthy food and staying home. I need to go out and work with my husband, because if we stop working, our families will not have a place to live or will not have food to eat. We are a working community, but as workers, we need to be healthy and alive to continue working and contributing to our state of California's economy. I share my story because I know that many people may not know what it means to suffer or live in fear or have experienced hunger. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. And we'll pause briefly to establish quorum. Madam Secretary, if you could call the roll.
Lee. Here. Asali. Calderon. Gibson. Here. Jackson. Here. Mathis. Ortega.
Quorum is established. Now, do we have any members of the public who wish to testify in support? Please come up to the microphone. Name, organization.
Nicole Wertelman on behalf of the Children's Partnership and Support.
Rebecca Gonzalez, Western Center on Law and Poverty and Support.
Good afternoon, Chair and committee members. Jared Call with Nourish California, proud co-sponsor and in strong support of SB 245 and Food4All.
Good afternoon, Andrew Shane, Grace and Child Poverty California, in strong support. Good morning. Good afternoon. Darby Kernan in support for the Public Health Institute.
Kat Best with the California Alliance of Child and Family Services in support.
Kim Lewis on behalf of Children Now in support.
Kelly Brooks on behalf of the Urban Counties of California, the County Health Executives Association of California, and the Board of Supervisors of Santa Clara County here in support.
Akrish Mayer on behalf of Elderly Care Everywhere in support.
Martha Guerrero representing the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors in support.
Trin Fan with Justice and Aging in support. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Johan Cardenas with the California Connect Health Network and the Having Our Say Coalition in strong support. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, do we have any members of the public wish to testify in opposition to the bill? Please come forward. Seeing none, we'll bring it back to the committee. Any questions or comments from committee members?
Second.
Bill's been moved and seconded. I'll invite the author to close if you'd like. Oh, Mr. Gibson, your comments.
Thank you very much. I want to commend the witness for her testimony. I was listening outside, and thank you very much for underlining our reality here in California. Did you hear what I said? We are the 5th largest world economy, and we should not have people going hungry.
Mm-hmm.
We should not have people struggling to put food on the table. Food for all, regardless of zip code, regardless of who your mom and daddy is, regardless of the community you live in. Our children and families should not be going hungry in this state as the 5th largest economy. Please add me as a co-author.
Thank you very much. The bill has been moved. Oh, sorry. I'm going to ask the author to close if she'd like. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and committee members. And to, Assemblymember Gibson's point, no individual should go hungry no matter what your status is, where you live, where you grew up, where you came from. This is a human right. And having access to food and making sure that it's affordable, that it's accessible is a human right. And we have to get this right. We really do. And with that, I would respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Thank you very much. So it's been moved by Assemblymember Jackson, second by Assemblymember Gibson. Madam Secretary, please call the roll. I'm recommending an aye as amended.
The motion is due pass as amended to the Assembly Appropriations Committee. Lee? Aye. Lee, aye. Assaley? Calderon? Aye. Calderon, aye. Gibson?
Aye.
Gibson, aye. Jackson? Aye. Jackson, aye. Mathis? Ortega?
4-0. That bill is out. The bill's out. Congratulations. Thank you. We'll